guys, this time I'm coming to you from Ipanema Beach. The Blong is behind us, the two brothers, the famous mountains. And this time I want to tell you guys just a little bit about what we talked about in Module 3, which is the socio-cultural impact of sociology. When big groups of people travel, it impacts cultures, right? And we talked about how travel impacts the family, the individual. The individual, of course, grows, and they grow when they put themselves in situations that are out of their comfort zone, right? When we travel and we have to navigate schedules, timelines, cities we don't know, that makes us grow, right? We also grow when we go into situations that are unknown, in cities that we don't know, countries we don't know, eating foods that we don't know. So all of this grows. In terms of family, of course, who doesn't remember taking a family trip with their parents? So for the family, adventure, bonding time is really, really important. And when you think on a bigger scale, cultures, meaning tourism has impacts, right? For the host culture, tourism can actually lead to resentment. We talked a little bit about this in Module 1 when we looked at the concept of over-tourism and the host, the people that live there feeling aggression, feeling resentment because they want the same things as tourists have, or they feel tourists are taking resources that they don't have, like water, like any kind of resources, access to things like the ocean, like beach, all of those things that they have to share. So that can lead to resentment. Things can be introduced like drugs, alcohol, new customs that weren't there before. And that can lead to conflicts between the host and the tourists. So we have to look at these and look at how can we set up tourism to actually help mitigate some of those impacts. Much more on that in the sustainable tourism class. We talk at length about all of these impacts and how we can mitigate those. In terms of travel to the individual, in Module 4 we look at the psychology of travel. What makes a person want to travel? What makes a person be influenced to travel? And you'll see in the module that there's actually really three kinds of travelers, and we call those psychocentric, allocentric, and mid-centric travelers. And that has to do with how the traveler thinks about their own culture versus the culture that they're visiting. So let me explain. A psychocentric traveler, when you think of the term psychocentric, you think of psychology, what's going on inside the head, right? A psychocentric traveler thinks about everything when they travel in relation to their own culture. So that means when they travel, they want to travel with a company they know. They're going to fly on an airline that they know, probably from their own country. They're probably going to stay in a resort that's a well-known brand, like a Marriott, a Hilton, that they know from their own country. They're going to eat foods that they know. So they want comfort and safety when they travel, right? We call those psychocentric travelers. They make up about 25% of the population. On the opposite end of that spectrum, you have the allocentric travelers. Those are the people that really want to go and get to know the country, the culture, their food, the transportation. They're going to take local transportations, even if it's on top of like a chicken bus. They're going to eat local foods. They're going to stay in local places. They don't need much tourism facilities. They just want to experience the country and the culture and really immerse. Those people make up also about 25% of the population. Those allocentrics are more adventurous, and they're even also more adventurous in their everyday life. So they're going to buy new products when they first come out. They're not going to watch as much TV. They're going to read more. They spend more on travel. They're more adventurous in their daily lives. Now, the other 50% in the middle, those are what we call the mid-centrics. So they are kind of in between the allocentric and the psychocentric. Why that matters? Think about this. As a destination, right? I showed you guys a graph on how a destination grows and how a destination develops, right? It's basically like a product life cycle for any product, like a new shoe that's coming out, a new audio device, anything like that, right? First goes through a development stage, exploration stage, then it reaches maturity, and then it could decline. Same with destinations, right? A destination that's new, nobody knows. So think about who goes there first. It's the allocentrics, it's the backpackers. They don't need much tourist facilities. As word of mouth comes around, this destination starts growing, more tourism products get developed. Now the mid-centrics start coming, and then later the psychocentrics once it's fully developed. Now why does that matter? If you look into the actual lecture that I posted, it matters a lot, because if you as a destination do not think of where you're at on this curve, who you're attracting, you could actually end up only attracting psychocentrics, as is in the case, for example, with Cancun, Dominican Republic, some of the resort areas, right? What happened is that they are now only attracting psychocentrics because they're so highly developed, they're so touristic that only psychocentrics want to come. And what happens, think about, 75% of the population is not going to want to come anymore because for them it's too developed. So this is an issue. Once you get to that point as a destination where you're only attracting psychocentric, you're missing 75% of the market. Now you have to compete on money, right? This is why you see bargain flights, all-inclusive holidays with charter flights and all-inclusive resorts. This is why they do that, right? So for a destination, it's really important to stick with what's authentic, what's real, what's important for the destination, what is it that made that destination unique, and that's what you market, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little lecture on the psychology and sociology of travel, and I'll see you guys next time.